The other day, I realized that my garage is actually a camera. Now, I'm not the first person to discover this concept. I'm probably the first person to discover my garage is a camera, but the idea itself goes back a little further, like 2,400 years further, back to 400 BC, back when your mom's DMs were written on papyrus. A Chinese philosopher named Mozi discovered that when light passes through a tiny hole into a dark room, it creates an upside-down image of the outside world. This phenomenon became known as the Camera Obscura. And my garage door just so happens to have a tiny hole with a dark room that creates an upside-down image.
Oh, ouch.
Which means I've either rediscovered an ancient optical phenomenon, or the previous homeowner had some explaining to do. But there was one problem. The image looked terrible. So I grabbed some black plastic, a 3D printer, and an unhealthy amount of optimism to see how far I can push a 2,400-year-old invention. This is the story of how I accidentally turned my garage into a giant camera. Anyways, I noticed a bunch of bugs in my garage, and I figured that they probably got through this hole, and that's when I noticed that my garage was a camera. So let's see if I can make the effect better. First, I need to clean my garage. The last thing I need is to be stumbling around in the dark, carrying around expensive camera equipment. Next, I need to cover up the major light sources. I opted for black trash bags and staples. These will be fun to pull out later. Here, this whole time you thought I was making a Camera Obscura, but I'm actually making a kill room. Just kidding. Let's turn off the lights and see. The effect worked almost immediately. I was actually really impressed with how clear the image was, and at this point I realized something. My garage wasn't just acting like a camera, it was a camera. Modern cameras and Camera Obscuras actually work almost exactly the same way. Light enters through an opening, gets focused, and lands on a surface that records the image. In a modern camera, that's a digital sensor. In my garage, that's a t-shirt, which is only slightly less technologically advanced. Now, the image was kind of blurry. Usually to make images sharper, you reduce the opening, kind of like a camera's aperture. I tried making the hole smaller, but the image was just too dim. I found this old piece of wood, and I used it as a backdrop. But something about dark images and brown wood just didn't lend for a crisp shot. I propped the wood up on these jack stands to center the shot a little better. Then I draped some white towels on the wood to increase the contrast of the image. I just figured that white and brown, it might lend to a better shot. I don't know. Remember, this is a 2,400-year-old invention. I tried 3D printing a few rings to reduce the amount of light that came in, but didn't really notice much of a difference. Here's what those results look like. Now at this point, I realize that I'm sitting in a dark garage surrounded by spiders, staring at an inverted image of my neighbor's backyard. I'm sure you're watching this going, why am I staring at this inverted image of this dude's neighbor's backyard? So to spice things up, I ripped everything off the garage door and ran out to dance in my driveway. All for your entertainment. While dancing, I realized, what if I used an actual camera lens? So I 3D printed an E-mount adapter and used an egregious amount of duct tape. Unfortunately, none of the lenses I tried created an image, which makes sense in hindsight. Apparently, mounting a lens on your garage does not, in fact, turn it into a camera. Speaking of lenses, I actually made one. And unlike mounting a Sony lens to a garage, this one is designed to work. So if you like adapting weird optics to your camera, then check this out. It's a lens I built around the optics from a disposable point-and-shoot camera. It focuses with a swappable focus ring, so you can change the color and texture to match your setup. The aperture is swappable too, giving you full creative control over the look of your images. Right now it's designed for Sony E-mount, Canon RF mount, and pretty soon Nikon Z-mount. We're working on it. Now if you'd like to be in the know when I release this product, then head over to adaptedoptics.com. Back to my garage camera. I still can't believe I turned my garage into a giant camera. And honestly, that's not a sentence I expected to say when I woke up this morning. Now, if you excuse me, I need to close up this hole. I can't have anyone getting any ideas. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. If you hated it, let me know in the comments too. And make sure to subscribe for more questionable engineering. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.